Your ex-BF's expression softens into a small smile. He nods, acknowledging your happy Halloween. After another pause, he speaks again, ex-BF. Happy Halloween to you too. But is there any reason why you're telling me happy Halloween? Your ex-BF looks confused for a moment, his expression shifting into a bit of embarrassment. He shakes his head for a moment, as if silently chastising himself for forgetting today's date. XB, oh, right. Today is Halloween, isn't it? Your ex-BF nods slowly, his voice amused as he responds to your simple confirmation. His tone is slightly embarrassed, clearly ashamed of himself for forgetting such an obvious thing. XBF. Wow, I'm really losing track of time, aren't I? I completely forgot it was Halloween today, until you reminded me. Your ex-BF nods, his expression slowly shifting back into a slight smile. He looks reluctant, but he answers your request anyway. Ex-BF, okay, sure. I'll help you get everyone candy for trick or treat tonight, but you're going to have to do your part by actually standing up to your mom when she tries to tell you whatever to do, okay? Your ex-BF raises an eyebrow at your reply, looking surprised. Ex-BF, what, your mom's in jail? How did that happen? Your ex-BF looks surprised, his expression turning to disbelief. Ex-BF, wait, you put your mom in jail? For controlling you? But how exactly? Your ex-BF seems confused and concerned. His expression is still somewhat skeptical. Ex-BF, you say easy, but what exactly do you mean by that? How did you put your mom in jail? Your ex-BF's skeptical expression remains, his tone clearly doubtful that it was that easy. Ex-BF, wait, you just asked a cop to put her in jail? And they agreed? Was it really that easy? Your ex-BF is clearly not quite accepting that the whole thing was that easy, but he answers your question regardless. Ex-BF. Uh, I'm not really sure what I'm going to be. I was planning to stay home and watch movies, honestly. Your ex-BF looks reluctant, his expression wary. However, he still answers your question, his tone somewhat defensive. Ex-BF. I did say I'll help you trick or treat, yes. But he lets out a sigh. All right, okay. I said I'll help you, so I will. Your ex-BF looks surprised, his skeptical expression shifting into one of confusion. Ex-BF. Here in my house? I don't think we have any candy here. Your ex-BF seems reluctant, but he still nods slowly. He sighs, but his tone shows that he agrees to go with you to get candy. Ex-BF. Okay, fine. We can go to the store to get candy for trick-or-treating tonight. Your ex-BF stands up from the couch, his expression hesitant but cooperative. He gestures for you to follow him, moving toward the front door to leave. Your ex-BF walks toward the front door, reaching out to open it for you. He holds it open and gestures for you to go outside first as he waits for you to exit. Your ex-BF follows you outside once you exit. As he shuts the door behind him, he looks at you for a moment, as if silently saying, "Let's go," and begins walking in the direction of the store that sells candy. As you two walk in silence, your ex-BF looks somewhat uncomfortable. His expression is still somewhat skeptical, but he says nothing as you two walk toward the candy store. As the silence stretches between you two, your ex-BF glances at you for a moment. His expression is still slightly wary, and he seems to be struggling to think of something to say. Your ex-BF looks at you, seeming to finally decide to break the silence. His tone is quiet as if he's unsure if he should ask his question. Ex-BF. Hey, can I ask you something? Your ex-BF seems hesitant now, his expression and tone cautious. Ex-BF. What exactly happened between you and your mom that led to her being locked her up? You mentioned something about her acting like your dad. Is that really the reason why she's in jail? Your ex-BF nods slowly, his voice gentle. Ex-BF. Okay, you don't have to talk about it if you're uncomfortable. I'm just concerned about you, you know. Your ex-BF nods, the concern still clear on his expression. Ex-BF. All right, if you're sure. But he sighs. Never mind, let's go find some candy for trick or treat. Your ex-BF looks surprised, his skeptical expression growing as he responds. Ex-BF. Wait, that quickly? You already found candy for trick or treating? Your ex-BF blinks, his expression still confused. However, he seems to dismiss the thought, nodding at your suggestion. Ex-BF. Okay, all right. Let's go home. Your ex-BF falls silent again, walking beside you as you both start walking home. His expression is thoughtful, although his expression still shows he's somewhat hesitant. Your ex-BF remains silent for the rest of the walk home, seemingly lost in thought of his own as the two of you continue to walk in quiet. As you and your ex-BF walk, you suddenly see a familiar figure standing in the distance. It appears to be Prince Gumball, out and about. Prince Gumball's eyes widen as he sees you and your ex-BF. He looks slightly confused at your question, Gumball. It's not obvious. I'm out here for trick or treat, of course. Gumball looks at you and your ex-BF. His expression surprised Gumball. Wait, why are the two of you hanging out together? Gumball raises an eyebrow at your reply, his tone curious. Gumball, wait, you're both out shopping for candy for trick or treat? But why? Gumball's eyebrows furrow as he looks at you, looking confused. Gumball, you're just going shopping for candy because you can? Gumball's expression changes to one of realization, his voice still confused. Gumball, what? You want to talk to Marshall Lee? Prince Gumball blinks, his expression and tone confuse Gumball. Sure, we can talk. What do you need to talk to me about? Gumball looks confused at your question, his eyebrow raised. Gumball, wait, you want to know what part of the LGBTQ I am? Gumball's expression becomes a bit amused now, his tone slightly smug as he responds. Gumball, well, I'm gay. Is that what you wanted to know? Gumball blinks for a moment, seemingly somewhat surprised by your response. His expression suddenly becomes flustered as he clears his throat. However, he tries to ignore your compliment. Gumball shakes his head, trying to seem nonchalant. Gumball, no, it's fine. Just, why did you suddenly call me cute? That was kinda out of nowhere. Gumball's face is still flustered, but his expression softens at your apologies. He shakes his head, his voice gentle. Gumball, no, it's okay, don't worry. You didn't hurt me or my boyfriend. It's okay. I just didn't expect the compliment, is all. Gumball looks even more flustered, a hint of embarrassment showing on his expression. Gumball, wait, no, I'm not. I don't have a boyfriend. And you're not hurting me. You haven't hurt me. At all. It's, just a weird thing to suddenly say to someone is all. Gumball seems to almost do a double take out of surprise, and his flustered expression only intensifies. His voice is unsure as he responds, Gumball. D, don't say that, you're making me blush. Gumball lets out a soft laugh, his flustered expression remaining though, Gumball. Ugh, I'm so damn flustered now. Stop being cute. Don't use those emojis. Gumball's flustered expression grows even more intense, his cheeks turning a very, very light pink. He looks shyly at you, his tone awkward but honest, Gumball. I kind of maybe have a crush on a certain person. Gumball's cheeks turn even more pink now, and he looks nervous. He's clearly really embarrassed to admit it, Gumball. I've had a crush on this one person. Gumball's cheeks are a darker shade of pink now, and he's clearly getting increasingly more embarrassed. His voice. Gumball clears his throat, looking embarrassed but answering your question honesty anyway, Gumball. I I have a crush on Marshall, actually. Gumball nods slowly, his cheeks an even deeper shade of pink now. He's very embarrassed about this, Gumball. Yes, you? Gumball looks at you for a long moment, shock and shyness clear on his expression. He seems unsure if he heard you right, Gumball. Wait, really? You like me too? Gumball stares at you for another long moment, trying to process if what's happening is really happening. He looks flustered, his cheeks still really pink. Gumball. Wait, you, you want me to be your boyfriend? Gumball looks stunned for a moment, and a shy smile slowly grows on his face. He looks flustered, but really happy too, Gumball. Wait, really? You really want me to be your boyfriend? Gumball's flustered expression grows softer, his sheer smile remaining, though. He nods slowly, his tone nervous but incredibly happy, Gumball. Yes, I would like to be your boyfriend. Gumball is smiling softly now, his cheeks still slightly pink. Gumball. Okay, you should tell your ex that you have a new boyfriend now. Gumball is smiling still, his expression flustered again when you call him babe. He still looks really happy and nods to you, Gumball. Bye, babe. See you later. XBF looks up from whatever he was doing as you approach. XBF. Yeah, what is it? XBF looks at you for a moment, his expression a mix of surprise and concern. XBLE? Who? You got a new boyfriend? So quickly? XBF blinks, his expression growing skeptical and concerned. X Gumball. You're dating Gumball? XBF's expression worsens, his concern growing even more. XBF. Why? Aren't you worried you're moving on too quickly? And why Gumball of all people? XBF's expression looks conflicted, his voice concerned. XBF. Wait, just don't run off just yet. Just answer one question for me. XBF. What, you're just gonna walk away? Just answer one question, and then you can go. XBF's expression grows increasingly worried, and he gets up to follow you. XBF. Please just wait. I just have one question, please. Gumball. Huh? What am I helping with? Gumball looks confused, but he sees what you mean now as your XBF follows you. Gumball. Wait, your XBF is following you? What does he want? Gumball nods, quickly following you and stopping your XBF. Gumball. Hey, what are you doing? What are the questions you're asking? What? XBF stops following you and turns to face Gumball as Gumball stops him. His XBF looks somewhat annoyed that he was stopped. XBF. I'm trying to ask them questions. I have something important I want to ask. So just let me talk to them. Gumball turns to XBF, giving him a firm expression. Gumball. You can't ask them questions. They don't want to answer your questions. Understand? XBF tries to push past Gumball and continue following you, his tone frustrated. XBF. I don't care if they don't want to answer my questions. I still want to ask them for questions, so let me past, okay? Gumball doesn't move, his expression more firm as he stands in front of your XBF. Gumball. I said no. You're not going to ask them any more questions, and you aren't going to follow them either. Back off. XBF scoffs, growing more frustrated now. XBF, get out of my way. I have something to say to them, and I'm not going to be able to do that if you just stand in my way. Gumball doesn't budge, his expression still firm. Gumball. You're not asking any questions. You're leaving them alone, okay? You're not going to bother them anymore. Do you understand that? Your XBF falls silent, clearly caught off guard by the revelation. Gumball looks equally surprised, his expression of shock and surprise mixing with the determination in his expression. Gumball. You. What? Gumball blinks, still surprised. He pulls out his phone. Gumball. Do you, do you want me to call the police, Faker? Gumball slowly nods, dialing the police quickly, glancing at the now very nervous Faker. He speaks to someone on the other end, letting them know what's going on. All the while, the Faker seems to be growing more nervous and anxious. Gumball's expression is still mostly stunned, staring at the Faker. He speaks softly but still sounds relieved. Gumball. Yeah, yeah, of course. Gumball's voice is still surprised, but it's clear he believed you from the start, Gumball. Yeah, I know you're not fake, but why would your XBF be fake? Gumball's expression grows shocked and concerned. Gumball. Wait, really? Someone just dressed up and pretended to be your ex? Gumball nods, his tone softer now. Gumball. Right, right. Not your ex-boyfriend anymore. Gumball still looks surprised by the revelation of the Faker, but nods slowly as you remind him about trick or treat. Gumball. Yeah, yeah, we still have trick or treat to do. I'll help you. Gumball blinks, still processing everything. He looks at you for a moment, realizing he doesn't know your costume. Gumball. Oh, right. What costume are you wearing for trick or treat? Gumball's expression turns into a small smile, and he nods in recognition. Gumball. Max, from Life is Strange. Got it. That suits you pretty well. You look good. Gumball's expression becomes flustered at the compliment, his cheeks reddening. Gumball. Yeah, I love you too, babe. He mumbles. Gumball is obviously flustered, his cheeks still red as he responds. Gumball. We still have trick or treats to do, remember? Gumball nods again, his cheeks still pink. Gumball. Okay, do you want to go home and watch a movie? Or Do you want to go trick or treat first? Gumball nods, a small but visible smile on his face. Gumball. Okay, home then. Let's go watch a movie. Is there a movie you want to watch specifically? Gumball nods again, his cheeks less pink now. He is still visibly flustered, but clearly happy. Gumball. Okay, we can watch one randomly then. Gumball smiles slightly more at your reply.